This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live, and we're at the Precious Metal Summit 2019 in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me right now is Matt Turner from Rockhaven Resources. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is RK on the TSX Venture. Matt, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thanks for having me, Robert. Pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you on. So for our audience, we'll start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Great, perfect. So Rockhaven Resources is a mineral exploration company. We've got an advanced stage project located up in the Yukon. It's got gold, silver, lead, zinc, but most of the value is in the gold and silver. It's effectively a gold and silver project.
So let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
So the company itself came into our office in 2007. At that point, we put in a number of properties into it that were good projects, but we took a look at them. We basically thought, well, if we can look for something that's more road accessible and higher grade, then we'll run with that. And so basically, after the '08 crash, that's what we did. And there was some acquisitions to be had, and we made them. And one of them was Plaza, and we started working on that in 2010. Our third hole into the project in 2010 cut about 20 meters of 3 grams, and just a few days ago we collared our 436th hole. And we're going to be eclipsing, I expect to be eclipsing 100,000 meters drilled on the project here probably in the next month. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Furthermore, the project itself is quite unique. We've got a very high grade gold and silver resource. In fact, it's actually the highest grade plus 1 million ounce gold deposit ever discovered in the history of the Yukon. So we're sitting at about 1.2 million ounces of gold and about 28 million ounces of silver. When you factor in the lead and zinc, you're looking at about 1.62 million ounces gold equivalent at about 5 grams gold equivalent. So it's pretty special.
So you mentioned what makes the project unique. So what makes the company then unique when compared to the competition?
Yeah, good question. So we own the project 100%. There's no royalties on the claims that cover the resources. In fact, most of the property itself is unencumbered by any royalties. So I think that in itself, and also we have a very strong technical team that's been working in the Yukon for effectively the group over 50 years. So we kind of have that, those three big things. I think that really set us apart from our competition.
So let's get into your background. You mentioned earlier that you came to this project around 2007. What for you led to this and in the mining industry? What got you started here?
For me personally, I'm from a family of my grandpa was a geologist, my uncle is a geologist, my dad is a geologist, I'm a geologist. I've got two young sons that I tell them they're going to be geologists, so it's kind of a family thing, and I think part of it is too, I was exposed early on. I was in bush camps when I was a kid, and so you get a taste for it then, and as my kids are getting now, so it's a really fun business, and that's kind of what really drew me into it. I got my degree at UBC and did some work in the diamond space for a number of years, and then I moved over into precious metals, and haven't looked back, especially after being part of the team that has moved Plaza along so far, right?
So then, from what you can tell me, what are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward for the rest of 2019 going into 2020?
It's a good question. So because we're just starting our 6,000 meter drill program, we'll look at, hoping, depending on how fast you get the assays back from the lab, we're probably looking at about starting in the next kind of 5-6 weeks. We'll be starting to put out those drill results from the program, and then we'll see what that leads into. We might take another look at the economics of the project. The last time we did the economics, it effectively underwhelmed the market. It was still a decent value, but really I think with the at that point after this program, we'll have added about 30,000 meters of drilling, and we'll have in my opinion anyway, have upgraded the resource substantially. So we may take another look at where the economics stand, and then really, take a good look if we want to move this project through pre-feasibility or feasibility.
So Matt, where can our audience go and find more information about Rockhaven?
So the website's actually a great place to find. We've actually got, it's effectively an open data room on the website. We've got all the assay compilations, the cross sections, assay histograms. We even have like manuals with core photos from like 40 or 50 holes, so people can get a really idea about the deposit. And then there's numerous tech reports. The most updated one is just from last year, so it's nice and up to date.
What's that URL?
www.rockhavenresources.com.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live, and we're at the Precious Metals Summit 2019 in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me again has been Matt Turner from Rockhaven Resources, publicly traded company. The symbol is RK on the TSX venture. Matt, it was a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.